Oh, I want to speak and I don't know how to speak anymore. I am a person that knows how to speak when I need to speak, and I can't because I'm condemned and humiliated and shunned. I don't think I'm the only person that believes in divine love, and I'm not saying that these women can't create a world of being a divine feminine either. I don't believe that it's a I don't believe that my path in life was set in stone. I believe I have gone down bad paths in life, and that through fasting and through being disciplined in my spiritual pursuits, I got given a gift with God. I know this sounds really weird, and it's going to sound so weird to people back in my home. And I'm not connected right now to anything because I'm so stressed. I believe being psychic is something that anybody can do. I believe it's like a muscle that we can train. I believe I had many days in solitude. I've had painful events that happened to me, and I had times where I knew I had to let go of people that I loved, and I knew that it had come to the end of the road with these people, and I've had to make hard choices in my past where I knew that I had to just end things with some people. And then in other cases, I might have seen cheating, and I'd had a shock and had a wake-up call and had to really deal with it. I chose myself to go sit alone for 5 years and process a lot of things that had happened to me. And it was, I don't know, I'm going to get, there's so many people that might like look at it like, oh, you're just on the dole. You're just a bludger, you're this, you're that. But I wasn't. I was healing. Most of my friends were kind of, I can't define my friends. Like the friends that I chose are mainly people that have some sort of cooking element in their life, some sort of they're practical with their hands, and they're connected to doing stuff, and they usually got some intellectual pursuit, or they're talented at something. And I just believe that due to taking a vow to finish something to do with healing other people, I got given some sort of gift in intuition. As in, I sort of believe in a kind of like it was a grace of God giving it to me because of a sort of a vow I had made to supporting other people having better lives. And it's really weird. It was my life. I just had gone through all this stuff and I wanted to change it, and I went through all these, met all these people, had all these mentors, met all these young, upbeat people around Auckland. It's like quite a funky place to be in, I think. And I just lived my life. It felt a little bit off here. Like it was never, I felt like it was not quite my home. But I really enjoyed the beauty of the landscape around everywhere that I travelled. And I'm just saying, like, intellectually, like, I really like developing myself. It makes me have a sense of identity. And it's making me feel really just like I'm always around people that are not on the same wavelength, because she's trying to make me trash quality. and I've just got really bad diseases, and I'm upset. I want my family. I came from a family that were not trash. My grandmother owned a business too. There was always money. So I've just kind of been shafted. I want to know why they've decided to destroy my life. Like, they've used me down in Christchurch and sacrificed me, like, with gang sex. And it's horrific for me. And although, like, I don't want to be seen like that, and I didn't want to be known like that, and I definitely wanted a clean, wholesome life. I appreciated people that, I just wanted a clean, wholesome life. I've actually met many cleaners that are very rich, that lead very rich lives, that live in very nice homes, that have beautiful families, beautiful kids, and keep everything really, really lovely. That's the kind of people I'm around. It's like people that have to work for what they're working towards. Like, they don't get to tweak books, they don't get to do things. They're mainly honest people that I was around. And I did do a lot of things. I had to learn things the hard way, but I did have an element of spirit which gave me. So I went through a major amount of darkness and depression, and I found out through healing with my spirit, I felt a lot of happiness and joy, and they've taken me back to. I just feel like everything that I've already worked through in my life, this group of people are erasing about 15 years of work and putting me back to square one. So now I'm in a state of depression because of the psychic pain of being judged so heavily and sexually abused and shunning in the public. Like, it's kind of like a collective punishing, which is, psychically, it's really painful. Like, because you can feel the hate and you can feel the dislike, you can feel the, so I'm not liked. And I'm just saying it's not a very fair situation, because I was traveling in my world and I carried with me a light of keeping a value system of keeping my innocence and keeping a sense of joy in what I do, and keeping my family always in my heart. I believe I probably was a bit more spiritually inclined than my family. Yeah, my sisters are pretty practical, quite practical kind of people, but I'm just sad, because overall most of the things that these people are doing are things that I was doing in my life. I'm just being outcast of society, and I was not a side chick. I think these guys are just trying to get, I don't know. I don't know how show business works, but I think they use a lot of drama and weird ideas to kind of get people interested in stuff and talking, and they use all of that to cause interest. Because, and I'm unfortunately for me, my reputation just got turned inside out for that, and everybody else got honoured, and I lived my life with honour, and I got completely wrecked, like a complete slut. And I wouldn't. Like, they've actually destroyed me socially, intellectually, physically. I've had grievous bodily harm, and my health. Like, this matters to me. I very much made sure I ate healthy all the time, and they're kind of wrecking my cells, so that my cells are RNA, which means it's half a cell. And then they've wrecked me being attractive to anyone, which I used to naturally have an attractiveness, and I've always been I'm a bit like Jodie. Like, if you meet her and you don't know her, she's a little bit standoffish and aloof and kind of quiet. She's got a quiet side to her as well. We're quite similar. It's just that I've had a lot of battering in this time, and there's the thing that me and her have in common is we need quiet sometimes. I think she likes her quiet too. I think she might have a little bit of spectrum in her as well. She likes a little bit of quiet, and so do I. And my other sister and mum are opposite. They love being around noise all the time. They love socializing like all the time. I can't handle it all the time. But I do like socializing. But the people I was usually around are people that were quite the ones that were superficial with me, that don't really care about your feelings and stuff, were socially minded though. They do really care about, oh, if you got no one to hang around, come on, like, I want you to be part of the group, like, or come and play cricket with us. I've always had guy friends like that. Like, they're not probably as deep, some of these guys that I've lived with, but you know, the real me is quite a deep, emotional, feeling person, and that's why I needed some time out to heal parts of myself. And it's hard because when you're around so many people, it's hard to, you sort of are a little bit fractured because you're kind of giving yourself off to all these different people, and you're having to communicate to all these different people, and they've all got different levels of perception. So you can't, well, I don't believe you can ever really walk around showing people who you really are. But, you know, I guess from the shame of what happened to me and the bullying, and it's hard to contend that these men have been so callous with me. So I was a very sensitive person, and I hate the publicity when I was already abused. It's like they're trying to expose me as this huge, like, trashy person, but I'm not. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just me. Like, I just know I can develop more and I can do more and I can be better, but they're not letting me. And I just want to try and do better when it comes to my mind with my education, because I want a nice job that I really enjoy, because I want to be interested. I don't want to be packing eggs in containers all day. I want to be focused, and I want to be connected, and this is why I wanted to be definitely tuned in to be like a healer type person, because I really enjoy connecting with somebody, and I've got a real knack for hearing what people are trying to say and trying to heal their emotions through that. So if somebody like is going through something painful, and they're just giggling or whatever, but they're kind of showing to me that they have maybe kind of got some tears in their eyes, or they're trying to say, oh, all of my friends are out in this, this playing tennis together, and I got left out, and I'm just sitting here watching this comedy or whatever, and they're kind of laughing. I would kind of pick up like, oh, are you feeling a bit left out type thing. Like, this is kind of a little bit what I'm like. I just feel really weird because I want to go see my mum and family, but I'm aware that this has become like a big Americanized kind of machine, and the multimedia machines, and I can't, I guess I've been very, very in the dark about shadow banning, which is where there's teams of about 20 or 30, a fleet of them, like all these Indians hacking into all my stuff and getting all my passwords and banning me out of systems and banning me talking and kind of using my social media to talk over me. So other people have been using my identity, but then I'm being kicked out and not being able to get democracy. And I'm just saying, I think overall, like, I've learnt some really good experiences in my life to be a pretty decent person in society. So I don't know why I'm like completely trashed. That's why I think it's structural oppression, where they start vandalizing and doing arson and terrorism of my face. And I want this video of me being a pog, please. Because it's not fair that they're kind of making out that only they get to be happy in life, because I reckon I was about, even when we were doing cleaning, some of me and my friends, we were living in really decent homes, like weatherboard homes with very, very beautiful, like, colour schemes, and like plants everywhere, and we were sitting and playing like board games, like categories and stuff, and sitting around having a wine at the table. Like, we weren't like losers. I wasn't a loser. Like, I don't think you have to, I think there's many jobs you can earn money. It's about moving forward and being happy in life. And what they're doing is trying to chain me up from traveling anywhere. I need to, if I find traveling really therapeutic, if I need healing. If somebody's just been giving me a lot of negativity, it really would benefit me to go for a travel. Like right now, all this stuff happening, I would really benefit from going on a cruise ship. And that's what I said to Ralph probably 3 years ago. I said I would love to just go on a cruise ship. And I actually wrote that letter to my ex. I said I would love it if you could get me to Greece. And that's all I said. I didn't write all this weird stuff. I think there's some weird people making me look like I'm dark and depressed and negative and toxic. That's not who I am as a person. I'm not sitting here thinking anything. I'm just thinking I'm lonely. I want to talk to somebody. This isn't healthy. I don't sit there and be like, I've got these like dark, intense thoughts about men, and it makes me so depressed that I just want to get out of this negative cycle. I want to feel again. I want to see this man again. I'm not like that. They took away my rights, and I feel sad, and I craved going to see anybody that knew me in some sort of way before my accident of my face. I was craving to see somebody that knew me before all of this accident, because I wanted comfort. I wanted someone to say, man, you've been through so much shit, like, you poor thing. Let me give you a bit of morale and we'll keep going. I'll help stand by you so you can keep fighting to have a better life. That's all. And I'm never getting it. I'm being beaten and beaten and beaten. It's like billionaires are taking away things that I'm trying to create.